I'm like actually really nervous.
I know. I am too. It's
Yeah,
like I don't have many memories of our
I know.
past.
I agree.
So it'll be, I mean, I
Don't-
do, but
I
like flashes.
I want to make sure you get to participate.
I have questions.
You do. Okay,
I
great.
did they're not many.
Okay.
I do have questions.
What are you drinking? What is beans and briz?
Bins and Brews is the coffee by my office, and it's not great.
Tell me
Can't sing
why.
high praise. Well, listen, it was my first time trying, so I'll try again. Try again.
Yeah.
Whenever I don't know what to get at a place,
Yeah.
I just get an iced mocha.
Okay.
Wouldn't recommend. It's like very chalky, very.
Oh.
It tasted like chocolate milk, and then like an hour in, it had separated, and it was like powdery situation. It seemed.
Oh God.
So I didn't love it, but I did rinse it out at the end of the day and got ice, and it melted on the way to the car. But we have really good ice at work. So
Lovely. You're so lucky.
I know it's like nugget ice.
I'm really still debating. Like, I would love to have a countertop ice machine.
I have
There's
one.
there's one at the Walmart, $88 right now. And I'm like,
Yeah, I think that's probably the one I have is the Frigidaire.
and you feed it water.
Yeah, I feed it.
Does it tell you when to feed it? What's
I feed it sink water too, just straight
yeah,
up from the tap.
yeah.
People be honking. But yeah, she doesn't tell. Oh, she does. She has a little light that lights up when she
I
needs
love
more.
it.
She has a little fill line. It doesn't take much, and she recycles the water. It's like
Oh,
when it
great.
melts, she reuses it.
Why would it melt?
Just I mean, it's cold in there, but like shit happens.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm recalling like at McDonald's, there's wet.
Yeah,
It's not dry ice, is it?
it's not perfect. We all have
Yeah.
flaws. Okay.
Like Jamie's like, y'all just need to fill the ice cube trays. And
No.
I do, but we eat so much ice and the girls never do. I can't get ahead of it. It
Also,
would be another part-time job filling ice.
listen,
I'm
furthermore, all these
forcing it.
fingers touching the ice, I cannot.
That is true. So what, you got a little scoop?
I have a little scoop, and then I got a few, it comes with a scoop,
Yeah.
and then I got more from the Dollar Tree, little
Real.
scoops, or just use the measuring cup.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, she lives on my counter, and it's worth it. Like, I do
How big is
complain
she?
quite.
You have the counter space.
No, I
I
do
will.
complain about all of my countertop appliances, but that one's worth it. That one in the air fryer, like everything else can go fuck itself, but those two
Yeah.
guys, worth it.
Have to. I'm like saying, but I'm having my list is
Life
getting too long
changing.
for my birthday. So
That's worth it.
all the girlies at school have these like rolling cases. We get a free, we get one with the kit, but it's trashy. And when we get to the floor, we're gonna need the space, and all these nice cases open up and
Mhm.
fold out. So it's another table for you.
Yeah.
Everybody has those from the Amazon. And I'm like, I do need one, but like, which one am I gonna get? The green, the rose gold, the
Big-
glitter, the Barbie pink, the this.
Oh,
And I'm looking around at all the girlies who have what. And I'm like, today I'm like, it's on Amazon Prime just to get the black and be professional. And maybe I'll put like punk rock
stickers.
stickers,
Oh,
like a guitar case.
that's cute.
It was cute. Jamie ordered it for me with a print. And then Cave Girl's like, I'm gonna get just the black and get stickers.
Oh,
Uh-uh.
there
Not
we
the same ones, not the same stickers. We don't have the same interests, I'm sure. He
No.
likes
And I'm
Harry
sure
Potter.
everyone will do stickers, but
Yeah,
also
it's
how
fine.
you'll graduate before Cave Girl, right? Or not?
No, she'll graduate before me
Oh,
because
well,
she's
that's
still
fine
done.
then. Your paths won't
Go
cross.
on.
That's what I'm
Go
saying.
on, girl. Keep
Yeah.
going. Get out of
It's
here.
just ships in the night.
Yeah.
Like she's just here for a minute.
Yeah.
Um, here's what's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened, but I chipped my tooth today.
Which one?
This one.
I don't
You
see it
can't
at
see
all.
it, but it's got a little sharp bit on it.
I can't see it at all.
I know. It's not
Did you glue it
visible.
back on?
It's not visible. It just hurts, you know?
Oh, you didn't lose a chunk. You just like,
No. I just
okay,
like
that's okay.
it is okay because like now if someone tries to assault me, I'll just bite them and hurt even more.
Are you having sensitivity?
Mm.
Okay, so it didn't hit a nerve.
Mm-mm. It's
That's
like right
good.
on the end, you
So
know?
they can just shave it for you if you go to the
Yeah.
dentist.
But it did get me down a rabbit hole of like dental. Like I'm like, whilst we're at it, I mean, it's a front tooth. Like maybe just give me a more glamorous tooth. But then I learned that veneers only last 20 years.
Is it like boob jobs?
Yeah.
Gotta re-up.
Yeah.
20
And it's like,
seems pretty long though, bestie.
no, I was thinking about it and I was like, I'd have to get at least one more, like
Yeah.
at least one redo before I
Yeah.
die. And that's a weird thought to think, you know?
I'm not even aware, like, they take all your teeth or they just put it over.
I think they take them or
So
shave them down to little nubs.
oh, yes, that's what they do. They shave them into nubs. That's right.
So it's
It
like
looks like
when
Gollum under there, Dorit.
and like 20 years, like you'd still be very young when all your nubs start
50.
popping out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Just let them shave it. Be natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Your
that's
teeth are fine though.
they're okay. Like I would like to get an aligner, I think, for my bottoms,
Yeah.
but otherwise, you know, not mad at it.
Yeah. They do their job, don't they?
Surely they do.
Because you know, Ella broke some of her tooth off
I'm
in the
sorry.
pool and it had to be glued on and like they had to do a nerve test because it chipped like pretty high up.
That's so scary.
So you're lucky.
Yeah, blessed.
You're blessed.
But also me and Ella, huh? Like,
Grinning.
yeah, always.
She got hers diving at the bottom of the pool.
But I wouldn't do that. So
No.
Henry loved to jump in the pool now. That's like all
Yeah.
he want to do when we go is just
That's
jump over and
good.
over or like dip under as far as he can go. That
Aw.
should scare me, you know, but
No, no, no.
because
Don't
he
project
always,
that.
yeah, he
Keep
always
that
comes up
inside.
coughing, but that's fine.
It's fine.
Just fine. I'm so hungry.
Why are you hungry?
It's like I'm having a hard time like figuring out what to eat lately. Like
Oh, yes.
foods are not bringing me pleasure lately.
Oh, yikes.
Except like I have a salad that I keep eating over and over that's really good, but
Describe it.
it's got a burrata cheese, the raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and like spinach
What's,
arugula.
excuse me, what's burrata cheese and cheese and how much does that cost?
I get her from Target now.
Is she
Essentially,
Mediterranean? Where is she from?
she's like a mozzarella skin that's been stuffed with ricotta mixed with cream. So you could just do ricotta.
R ricotta cheese as a salad
Yeah, it's fucking good.
on top of a salad?
Yeah, you just plop her on there. She comes in giant balls at Target. So I cut her into thirds and then like meal prep her for the week. But then you put like
It's
balsamic.
crumbly.
Nar. She's like
It's
cream.
like cottage cheese.
A bit, but we're not.
Ricotta.
What we're
Okay.
not going to do is align me with cottage cheese.
Surely not. I wouldn't even dare suggest it.
Okay.
So don't even worry. Don't be defensive.
Right. Like
I'm just
the
checking.
audacity
The
with
audacity.
but it's real good. So we have this Cafe Zupas. I don't know if it's outside of Utah, but we have it here.
Okay.
And at work one time I ordered it like a bougie bitch. And it was the burrata and berry salad.
That sounds good. Do you have greens on it?
Yes, arugula.
I love garugula.
She's spicy and good.
Spicy. Yeah.
But that shit was so good. But it was like, I got a little sandwich with it too. Don't worry.
What kind?
It was like a turkey avocado honey mustard situation.
That's good. I mean, I like turkey, but I can't have it thick.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
all together, it was like $14, because of a DoorDash. So I was like, I can't be doing that every day. So then I just made it myself.
You
And
had
now
it
it's all I eat.
like dashed to your office.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what kind of hello? Thank you for
Welcome.
coming. Thank you
Oh
for
my God.
coming.
Absolutely.
Are we nervous?
I think so a little bit, yeah.
I was too. I was like, it's fine. And then 5 minutes ago, I'm like, oh shit.
I know. I was like, what's the last time I've been on a Zoom call? It was like probably
Right.
pre the great pause, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last time I've been like live or talking to people via the computers. And then
Oh,
you'll hear screeching too.
We do love a baby on the pod.
yes.
Baby, yeah.
What's his name, if you don't mind?
His name is Everett James.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. And
Oh,
he'll be 1 in a month.
that's so
My
cute.
God.
That's a good name. I
Yeah,
love
that,
that.
that name, the first name was picked out by my wife forever ago.
Yeah.
And his middle name is my middle name, which is actually my mom's dad's first name. So it's a family name. So
I remembered that.
yeah, it's very generic, but it fitted well. I just end up, guys, Everett James. So I catch myself
That's
doing
good shouting.
it is, yeah. I try not to shout because I have a big booming voice. So I got to remember he's just a little BB.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess like just to, how do we do it? Well, to introduce to the podcast,
Yeah.
this is Sir Martin. I can't say his last name, or we can. It's right there. This is Martin, my first boyfriend. And tell the podcast how tall you are.
I'm 6'6.5".
Okay, bitch.
Which is on brand, as we've discussed.
Very
I
on
like a
brand for me.
shorty, you like a tallie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess I had a tall boyfriend at one point, but that was out of character. I like him short. Okay.
Yeah. I don't venture below 6 feet.
You do
I,
not.
I remember you having a tall, was it prom or homecoming? He was he was really tall. Yeah, is that
Oh,
who
yeah.
you think of the same guy? Which I don't know what happened to him. He seems like he just disappeared off the map.
My guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, my very serious tall boyfriend.
was he very serious? I remember him being very infatuated. That's what I recall. Yeah, that's crazy. That seems like years. Well, it has been years. 2000. I graduated in 2004, so this was like beginning of 2004. So
Crazy.
almost 20
Wild.
years ago.
Yeah.
It sometimes feels like 2 years ago, and then sometimes feels like ages, like decades.
Well, it doesn't help that nostalgia is like trending. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, all my 90s babies and all my 2000s babies. Like, do you remember this? Do you remember this? And I'm like,
Right.
I still listen to that music. I
Right.
still dress that way. Like, I
Yeah.
still watch the same movies. And yeah, I'm still that guy. Like my Spotify trending, I think my top 5 was, yeah, it was like System of a Down was still on rotation, like number 1. So I wasn't shocked by that. So
Yeah. Well, I feel like we should dive into maybe origin story because I wondered like how y'all like what you had in common firstly. I know that there was like maybe some church stuff, definitely some band stuff, maybe drama. But I was like, surely we were not the most outgoing gals at the time.
No.
So I was just curious, like, how did this all happen?
Still, it was band, right?
Yeah, yeah, because I sat in the trombone section, all three of us. Uh, Another fellow tromboner is our great band leader would say. And yeah, I think you played saxophone, and then I think it just started there.
Oh, wait, because
Just
you sat in front, I would imagine.
Yes.
I sat on the end, like two row. I think it was 2 or 3 rows in on the, like I was almost on the end, but from where I was, like we could make eyes at each other and like
Yeah.
our
Be
little
laughing.
are laughing and yeah, making fun of everybody. So I do remember that.
That's nice.
Yeah. Cause
You
did y'all ever play together? Cause your Peach is a tromboner as well, or no?
I was so young though.
But you never played with us?
we
I would
played
like sneak into older band. I was in middle
Um,
school, I think. Well, we
you don't
maybe had a
remember
year together.
you don't
But,
remember the concert that I crashed?
right. Well, and me, I was always crashing your guys' class and stuff. Like I would sneak out of PE to come and play band.
Yeah, this was after I graduated. I
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a hold of the band teacher, and he invited me to go play at the Lions Club.
Oh,
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah, you both were there, and then
Oh, I don't remember it.
I don't know if I sat right next to uh uh yeah, I can't remember who I sat next to. I must have been in the trombone section, so whoever else was there, I'm pretty sure I sat next
me
to them.
and two boys probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I sang. I did Hello Dolly there.
Oh, yes.
Yes, legendary.
Yeah, I have a VHS tape in my closet to prove it.
You do.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
I wish we could figure out the technology.
I know.
Yeah, I need to save it somehow. It's the only tape that has my dad's recorded voice on it.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
send it in somewhere or bring it in somewhere because it's very, very precious, and hopefully I
yeah.
can recover that because that's I think the only recording I have of him. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, I remember like I always admired this about you, but it also was like I feel so different from me that like you could get up and sing and like be silly and like you're just like very brave about being outgoing and funny and like or it seemed like you were very comfortable like just being yourself and like I don't know like was that something natural for you or were you like pumping it up to
yeah.
you know
I was acting out to the. I guess it was kind of a coping mechanism, just trying to, because I think I was always kind of insecure in school, and I came from kind of a broken home. It wasn't super stable at home, and then uh, we didn't have like any money at
yeah
all, and so all my clothes were hand me downs. I used to wear one of my best friend's dad's hand me downs because that was the only stuff.
yeah
And so yeah, the band stuff started because I was just goofing off like before class or after class and like yelling at my other trombone mate Jenny. I was like yelling at her from outside, and the band teacher heard me, and he's like, we can use that. And so
Aww.
like he adapted it from a CD that I had, and so I kind of went with it. Yeah, it was terrifying every time I got.
Really?
I had to sing in front of like the entire school, and then I think we had a handful of concerts, and then we went on tour too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was exciting but scary at the same time. But yeah, I don't. I think it became more natural as time went on, and then I saw like people's reactions, and I got less self conscious about it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you love that about like where we grew up, and our school was so small, and you'd expect like people to not be as accepting of like, I don't know, like our band was kind of like a big deal, and people were, I don't know, like
Yeah,
they were
we
very
were
accepting
good.
of us. They loved us, no?
Yeah,
We
we
did a
wanted,
lot of stuff, like
Yeah.
recorded a CD and everything, you know?
I
Yeah.
know, I was so jealous of that. Like the t-shirts, I was so jealous of that. That was the year after I graduated. It
Oh
was
no.
Yeah.
like the chili, something to do with chili
Yeah,
pepper.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so I was like, oh God, I wanted matching t-shirts with everybody. So that was cool.
You
That
even snuck back to a concert and he didn't give you a t-shirt.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Shit.
that was me trying to relive glory days, like still kind of because I still lived out there for well, not out there. I kind of lived out in the country, I guess you'd consider it. It was like 30 minutes, or not 30 minutes, you know, it was like 15 minutes out in the middle of nowhere. I was like 15 miles out at the end of a dead end road with like no friends, nobody, like anybody out there. So yeah, that was exciting. Like going on the tour, because we went on the band tour, we went Orcas Island and Mount Red, like went on a ferry, and that was huge for
Mhm.
me because that was like big city living and like
Yeah.
getting out of our little sleepy town. So yeah, I loved every minute of band. I'm happy that we yeah, continued that. That was a good time in my life.
Yeah. Band kids are the best.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck sports for my kids. I'm like, don't even mess. Just be in band. The best.
It's exciting. Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember who asked who out? Do you remember that?
No.
I remember I have a memory for like odd details, so
Yeah,
I can remember who asked who
Need
out.
that here.
I can remember the first movie we went to.
I know that. Okay, so who asked who?
We asked each other out at the same time.
We did?
You
Hey,
guys.
I came
hey,
bold.
you slapped the note out of my hand, and you're like, "No, I'm doing this." Yeah,
Nuh-uh.
yeah. And then you handed me the note, and then I read your note, and then you picked up my note off the ground and read it. And
Stop.
yeah,
For real.
we asked each other out via like note, like a little note we sent each other.
You.
But you were like insistent that I read yours first, and you like walked up and were like, "Bang!" Like, no, I was like, okay.
That's cute. I didn't know that. That's so
Yeah.
cute.
It was in the halls in between classes, right by the lockers. Yeah.
Aw. So how long before that were we like buddies? Like were we like starting to be buddies and then, or like how long were we just like LOLing in band before this?
For a while, I think it
Yeah.
was. I want to say like at least like half of the year.
Yeah.
You know, that was my senior year, and then was that your
Sophomore.
sophomore? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was probably at least you know either half the year or more than that.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah, because we see each other every day, and then that was just a good group of people, so
Yeah.
it was fun most of the time. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And then we went to the date was very good.
yeah,
We went to the Ray Romano movie, right?
yeah.
Right?
Well, welcome to Mooseport.
Oh my God.
I don't
The
think it
most,
was great.
the most like obscure movie. I was working there at the time, and that's how we got in because I didn't
No.
I didn't have any money, so I didn't have to pay for the tickets. So,
That's a hot tip for any
and
teens watching.
Yeah.
and I got
Get a
free.
job at a movie theater.
Yep, I got free concessions, so we went and saw. That's where I saw The Notebook for the first time too. It was free. I saw a lot of weird, like Passion of the Christ. I went and saw that with my best friend, and we just sat there in silence because there was a lady sobbing in the front row, like sobbing, and
Yeah.
we just stopped and we looked at each other.
That would not be a good
Like,
date
what
movie.
No.
what
Nothing to say during Passion of the Christ. Like,
no, we're just like, what did we just watch? So we weren't even like, you know, I guess like, you know, could have been considered religious, but he wasn't, and we were both just like, what was that? Yeah, I saw some weird movies back then. Yeah,
That's insane.
Oh my God.
yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. But then
Yeah,
you dropped me off at the McDonald's, right?
yeah, I walked you there because
You walked me there.
I was carless.
Home
Yeah.
away from home for us.
Yeah. Aw. And I don't know if it was then or at some point after that, you like asked if you could kiss me.
It was during the movie. Yeah,
It was.
yeah,
You
'cause I
asked
was.
me and I said yes, but I don't think it was that day. We saved it for a while.
Think, no, I think it was just a little peck. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't anything like super like
Yeah.
knock your socks off. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was a Ray Romano movie.
You didn't know.
We weren't watching The Notebook, so we weren't really we weren't really feeling it. No, I did. I asked your permission. It was
I love that.
it was very formal, very like
Yes.
I was super nervous too because I remember because I knew your mom.
Yeah.
I knew
It was
of your
scary.
mom and I knew your mom because she was like she's still to this day like because I worked at McDonald's as an adult
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
yeah, I worked there for two very not super great years because it was yeah, it was a challenge. But I mean it's working there is crazy because you just learn to like learn everybody and all their ins and outs and
Yeah.
all the drama. But I worked in her store for like 2 days.
Oh.
Like, hi Martin, how are you? Like, you remember? I'm like, of course I remember you. Like you've threatened my life a couple of times. So, yeah. So
You don't forget that.
I will never forget you. Yeah, she was great. Like anytime I would come out there to visit and go to the drive-through, like she would always say hi. So
Yeah.
big shout out to Mama. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a good lady. Yeah.
But you did very good. That's a hot tip for the teens watching. Like, do ask. That's very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're very
Consent.
gentleman.
Yes. Yeah. No, that is very gentleman. Yeah. Hold hands. I mean, open doors.
Yeah. All that shit.
Chivalry isn't dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
Well,
very
I
good.
would have opened a car door, but I didn't own one.
We
We walked a lot. Yeah.
yeah. Very good first boyfriend. Would recommend. 10 out of 10.
Thank you. Yeah. That was a God. It's just thinking about like because I've been thinking about this since we started talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, all the things that keep popping up. I'm like, I introduced you to my elderly neighbor who owned the property that we were
Where your
essentially
house was.
squatting on. Like we were
Oh.
like living in this house. We weren't paying rent.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We just lived there for from my freshman year until yeah, we lived there for like 5, 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, they were just like paying the bills, but they weren't paying her any rent. So
Yeah.
it's like here, meet the landowner. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I remember going out there and hanging out.
yeah. It was a used car lot.
Yeah.
Is where that's where I grew up, like all of high school. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Like making out by
yeah.
all these like tires.
Cars on a picnic table, and yeah, a bunch of like engine blocks behind us. I know. Yeah, that was a weird place. It's like gone now. Like
Is it?
the woods just like completely like took it away. You can't even get up
Oh,
there anymore. Yeah, it's weird.
wow.
Yeah, it's weird telling people about my childhood too. They're like, you live what? Or like you live where? I'm like, yeah, I lived in a used car lot. And they're like, oh, okay. I was like a half trailer, half shack, and I didn't have like half of my window was missing, like holes in the ceiling. Yeah, it was the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what therapy's for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I live in Centralia and a house that we bought 3 years ago during the pandemic, and
Yeah.
Amazing.
worked for this. I work for the city, so
You do?
I'm a garbage truck driver.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's good.
a good
Get
job.
those bennies.
Yeah,
Get the health insurance.
yeah, I know. We're on my insurance too. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
That boy was expensive. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
They stay expensive.
I know. We're discovering that he's got my appetite, so
Yeah.
he gets angry easily, and then what did
Yeah.
he eat for dinner? He ate like 3 pieces of hummus toast, turkey, cottage cheese, and like half an order of French fries, and I'm like, it's gonna get any better the older he gets. He's just gonna get
Yeah.
better and more hungry. So
Yeah. Oh, so cute.
I love it. That's crazy. I didn't believe it. Everyone's like, kids will change your life. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever you say. I would do anything for that child. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, both your moms now.
Yeah.
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 It
That's
changed
weird.
life.
Yeah. I'm so glad you're a dad.
I know, I am
And
too.
I know
That's all I've
you're,
ever wanted. Yeah.
I already know, like, you're amazing at it.
Thank you. Yeah, I try. It's hard.
Yes, it's hard.
Not easy. Yeah, all the shows and movies are fooling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, because I think we were texting back and forth. We would celebrate month anniversaries. Do you remember the easiness of
Very
that?
important.
Very important. Yeah. You bought me cheesecake at a hotel restaurant. I remember that. And so we shared
Yeah.
it. That was very nice. And you bought me a pillow because
I did.
yeah. And I was like, oh, I didn't get you anything. And you're like, oh, it's okay. You can get me next time. So
Aw.
that was cute.
Oh my God. I just had a memory right now that, like, didn't I put sticky notes of little notes in your room and in your shoe one time I was over there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you covered my
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all are like married.
I know.
That's like
I haven't
serious.
been,
That's
I haven't
very
been
serious.
romantic since then, this
I know we
I
haven't
burned
Heard it a
out.
lot.
brought up the ring yet.
Yeah. Okay, go
Oh
ahead.
shit.
Yeah.
How long were we together before the ring came out?
So backstory, the ring was brought on, if I remember right, because friends of yours had gotten like given each other promise rings.
This sounds right.
Was it a maybe something like a, I don't know if it was school people, but it might have been maybe church people or something.
Listen, we were very into rings at this time.
Yeah.
For the Lord.
Purity
You're
rings.
very into the pure.
Promise rings. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I remember like seeing how excited you were, and I was just like, oh, I guess that's just what you do. Like you just fight for those
Aw.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember picking it out at Walmart. At Walmart. And I think it was like a birthstone, if I remember right.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. That's
Yeah.
very sweet.
Yeah. I did keep the receipt though.
Yeah,
So
you're smart.
when I got it back, I took it back because I
That
remember
is
I
a
was
good call.
poor. I took it back and I got my money back.
That's good.
Yeah. I remember getting it. Everything got dropped off at the movie theater, and I was like, okay.
It did.
Yeah, you dropped everything off at the movie theater while I wasn't there.
I did.
Yeah, because I loaned you a bunch of DVDs.
Oh, what a bit.
No.
The stack of DVDs off, and the ring was on there, and there was a note, and it said "You'll be fine." That's what the note read.
No, it's
That's on brand.
Yeah, said you'll be fine, and then me and my coworker just like sat around, just like eating popcorn, just like going throughout our shift. Yeah.
oh my
And I
God.
feel like it was. I think it was kind of like a mutual thing too.
Yeah.
We weren't like hostile towards each other at all.
Yeah.
That sounds hostile, but
Well,
not.
I will, like, not my best work, I don't. That's
You
pretty.
couldn't have texted me because I didn't own a phone at the time. So that was at least you actually brought my movies back. That meant a lot. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if is that passive aggressive or that's just like dead aggressive. Like,
Or just like
not my best.
maybe you were sincere. Like that's you being there. Like it's a tough time,
Yes.
I think it was.
And he would be fine, and he is fine. But I'm sure I
Totally.
definitely made sure he wouldn't be there because I don't like a conflict.
Yeah.
That was because this is my second marriage, and so I had to go through 10 out of 10 wouldn't recommend that. So
Yeah.
Maybe he
Yeah.
wasn't fine.
Well,
For
he's
a little
fine
bit.
now. He's fine.
now I'm solid
Yeah.
now.
He's good.
You can't go anywhere with baggage involved. Yeah. He's like, quit calling my son baggage. I'm like, I can't. Like, you can't leave. There's attachments now. So
That's right. Good strategy.
yeah, because yeah, and then the church
What?
we weren't allowed to hold hands in church.
We weren't.
No, wasn't
At
it
our
your
church,
was it your father-in-law? Wasn't he somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, nope, no holding hands.
Uh-uh. No way. I don't remember that.
It was at the school church, not the one they built, because I've never been in the one they built, but
Yeah.
yeah, because I was getting big into like Young Life, and then yeah, because that was fun.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
really fun going up and doing that, because it didn't feel like church, but they'd sneak Jesus into it.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it wasn't. Yeah, but yeah, I remember. Yeah, I would get dropped off out there, and we'd all have church together. And then your husband would drive me home because I didn't have a car, and I'd be like, can I get a ride? And he's like, yeah, no problem. Because that's just the kind of guy he is. He's always been a great guy.
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah,
But what a hot date going to church.
I know it. I
Listen,
couldn't hold hands. I think we got to sit next to each other. But
yeah. What we've
Yeah.
learned about Young Life is that it's kind of a flirtation factory, like
Mhm.
really towing the line of like sit close together, but don't touch each other. But if you're gonna have a boyfriend, meet him here.
Yeah, and let's
know?
Yeah.
chug a gallon of Jello on the 2 liter container. Like it was
Yeah.
I remember just a lot of weird competitions, and I was into it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was like a cool hangout, and because I was a good boy, and if I did
Yes.
something wrong, I would pay the price. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was church was an outlet, I guess. So
Yeah.
it's good. I mean, I met a lot of there was some like people that were amazing, like just really good, kind, like down to earth people, and yeah, there were some good times and bad times, and that's in my past. I'm not part of the church anymore. I don't
Yeah.
really guess I don't really have a faith.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
crazy to think.
I feel bad if I made you do all this against your will, like because you like for your senior project then gave a sermon.
Yeah,
And
that was
is that my fault? And I'm
no,
sorry.
no, it was something that I did because I wanted to do like law enforcement.
Yeah.
Me and another girl she contacted like the sheriff's department, and then I contacted like the police department, and our deadlines for getting a mentor was like ticking down, and it was our last like 2 weeks before we could we had to have like a mentor turned in, or we would I'm not sure what was going to happen. So I yeah, I just went down to the little country church down the road from my house, and I went in and I talked to the pastor, and I was like, hey, like, can you help me pretty much? And he's like, yeah, sure, that sounds great. And so me and another girl were actually the first two in the history of the school to have like both have like religious senior projects.
Yeah.
And they had to actually like go out and like make sure it was okay, and then the whole like church and state thing, and then they had to actually go and
Oh.
find people like within that.
Oh, right. For the
Yeah,
board.
they had never done it before. Which is what I think was it our school counselor told me that. So
That's
yeah,
wild.
no, it was kind of a last minute decision on my part. Yeah, but it was. I'm glad I passed, but it was nerve wracking.
It was very impressive to us.
Yeah.
So, two
Didn't
birds, one stone.
yeah, it didn't feel impressive. I felt like I was like I couldn't read because my mom wrote like the note for it, and I couldn't read her handwriting, and so I was like sweating up there, and I was just like, oh my god! I was like, is this how I'm gonna fail like school? I can't read my mom's handwriting. Yeah, yeah. I was a lot of people showed up, so that was good.
Yeah.
A lot
That
of
was so
times,
cute.
like, oh, you did so great, honey.
Yeah.
Like that. I was like, okay. A lot of sympathy. Like, yeah, we needed to hear that today, honey. A lot of that.
Yeah.
Awesome, yeah. I graduated, so that's all that counts, I
Yeah.
guess. What about you two? Did you have to do senior projects?
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
we did the same one.
Oh, you did?
unfortunately, then I did like church music
Yeah.
of like worship leading. So I didn't shed that stuff right away.
I heard it was a TikTok the other day. It was like the commercials that would come on like in the 2000s from like the greatest praise and worship songs and
Oh, yeah.
it's like yeah it's like our God is alive. It's all
Yeah,
those songs
that
that
was
would
us.
come on the infomercial. Like I could sing every one of these songs
Uh-huh.
word for word, and I know where I heard it. I know what church it was. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I can still picture my mom just sitting on the ground, with her. It's like
Yeah.
in the world, and I'm like, God, that was weird.
Yeah.
For sure.
But that was us senior year.
Yeah. Weirdos.
Yeah, there was a pretty tight group of us, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was breaking up with boyfriends every 5 minutes because they weren't godly enough,
Yeah.
or like weren't evenly yoked or whatever. And then Mary's over here with like a boyfriend trying to be a pastor,
Yeah.
boyfriend related to a pastor. I'm like, fuck,
I did what I was
can't
supposed to do.
compete.
It worked out for her though. She
Yeah.
ended up. That's funny. Yeah, I totally went down a different path after that. Like I kind of was just like, I want somebody that's not like me after like the girlfriends after that. So they were not good fits, and they were kind of wild. So
Yeah.
that was my way to rebel,
Yeah.
and then I started like as soon as I got my like first like full-time job, I was like, I'm gonna start rebelling and not going to church, and I'm gonna go to the bars. I think the same bar that we were talking that I think I heard you talking about on the last the
Hell yeah.
the dance bar that people went and yeah.
Yeah.
There was two of them. They were right on the same street as each other.
For overflow.
Yeah. Yeah, the one bar was where you went when they shut down the other bars.
I love that. Smart.
That was my wild times when I was in my late 20s.
I'm jealous. I don't feel we had
I
that.
know. I didn't wild.
We got straight to babies,
Yeah. We'll wild later.
Yeah.
I lived in a party house. Yeah, like right out of like my first house I moved into was a party house.
That's good.
Real.
Two guys that I worked with, and then my ex wife at the time. Yeah, so there'd be like raging parties every Friday night till.
Never have been to one. I feel it's good. Good for you.
I recommend house parties. Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get invited to any party unless it was a birthday party in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like a Bible study or something.
I feel I went to one party and I feel I like was clear that I should not have been there, and everyone was like, all right, you gotta go.
Yeah. As soon as she leaves, we
I
can
was
have-
aghast of someone invited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd sneak over to my, oh yeah, I literally had to sneak over to my friends' houses even though I was of age and I had a car finally. So I was just like, I was still living at home I think I didn't move out till I was like in my like mid 20s or something like that. Or like, I think I was like 23 or something. So way too long to be living at home, if you ask me.
I do wonder when you guys were together, it was a weird time, like for our family.
Yeah.
Like we had just gotten a new stepdad, I feel.
Yes.
Maybe had just left a bad stepdad.
Yeah.
And I wonder like how often you were at our house, because my memory sucks of this specific time period. But if it was like a weird vibe.
You were the chaperone.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to be in a room by ourselves, and so you were
Sorry.
placed in the room as a between
Yeah.
us. I remember that vividly. Like, don't leave them alone. You need to stay in this room. I was like, Okay, sounds great.
Yeah.
You
A
Awkward
went,
lot
for
of
you, I'm
help I
sorry.
did.
yeah, you went
Right.
from you went from the one house that I remember with your mom, and then all of you moved into a house with the stepdad.
Ooh,
So I was there during that move.
Yeah.
got it.
We had there was a dinner with your brother as well, and
Older
With
brother.
our older brother?
brother he had
Shut the
white
fuck
he
up.
had
For real?
white contacts in, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
And
God, tell us everything.
I didn't know
oh,
that.
what,
Yeah.
and was there maybe an aunt
Yeah.
Probably.
Yep.
who
His
who
wife.
I felt like I was vibing with really well,
Yeah,
and she was,
she's
Of
awesome.
course.
yeah, she
The
seemed
best.
like a really cool lady. Yeah, and
Whoa.
it was yeah, it was a weird dinner. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh my God.
I didn't know you had a brother. Like I didn't
Yeah.
even
We barely know.
he just
Comes and goes.
he came by himself, and I remember he had these like really weird colored contacts in,
Uh-huh.
like made him
And
look.
probably like a
The
forked
fork
tongue.
tongue.
Oh, I don't remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he probably, yeah, it's probably part of the look. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was the dinner, and it was.
And you're just sitting there being good and all this madness. And you're just
I remember your aunt like she was really funny, and like she was trying to, I think she was trying to like break the ice with everybody, because
Yeah.
it definitely had like a strange
oh
one of
my,
those family dinners that I think everybody has had in their life. Yeah.
oh my
Did I
Yeah.
have a
God.
boyfriend at this time? Did I have a guest at this weird dinner?
No, you
I
didn't
was
have.
just flying
Poor
solo.
thing.
Yeah, I think you were
Bless
flying.
me.
I think you were, yeah, flying solo.
That's a bummer for me.
Yeah,
God.
'cause we didn't. I don't remember like having
I need
had.
a Ben with me. God damn.
Nope, I was the only stranger in
Oh
that
my
group.
God. Bless your
Poor
heart.
you, poor
Oh my
me.
gosh. I'm so sorry.
No, it was memorable. That's why I haven't forgot it. Yeah.
Like the Last Supper.
Yeah. Very weird times because the wedding, my parents' wedding, my current parents' wedding,
Are you there for that?
no,
No.
he
Okay.
wasn't. And
Okay.
this is where, okay. Because, and then the wedding, and then the next day we were leaving for band camp.
Mm.
Hang on.
And Martin was supposed to come to the reception. And like this is not an excuse, but like it's weird with our mom sometimes, and like I was like, we're gonna pick him up after the wedding to go to the reception in Hump Tulips. And I'm like, we're getting him on the way. And then something has happened and I'm being like in trouble. I said something wrong or something. And so she's like, so I just like did not pick him up, did not call him, just ghosted him.
Oof.
And then went to camp, and he hath written me all these letters, and I did not receive them because I gave him the wrong address, and then just like didn't speak. And then I don't know, I came back. I don't know if that was a breaking up, but that was like, and you don't need, I mean, you're doing great, but for me, like I do feel shitty about that. Like, not my best work. I did not handle that good. Selfish is selfish. It doesn't matter how old I am, but I just really want to say sorry. Like, that was fucked up and selfish, and I just don't like that. I would never want to treat someone like that.
Well, I do remember I feel like I remember. I was just like, I think they're supposed to come and get me. I do. I think
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I remember the day of the wedding, and I do remember. I think I talked to you, and it was like I think all of you were like kind of a weird, like stressed place, like
Yeah.
weren't sure how we felt about him, kind of deal. And I dealt with that. I mean, I had a stepdad that I still
Yeah.
have a stepdad, and yeah, it's yeah,
Yeah.
there's been lots of boyfriends and lots of moving and lots of, because that's, I mean, listening to both of you, it's like just it's like almost experiencing things over again. So I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about that. Like
Yeah.
forgot about these houses that we remember that, your mom is like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, we never lived
Yeah.
there. And you're
Yeah.
like, how do I remember that? Like, how do I remember these, duplexes that, that we lived at behind the church, and that we went to a youth Bible, like this little summer camp in the summers because you needed to get rid of,
Yeah.
these weird little moments in time that they've kind of somehow forgotten. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's totally water under the bridge. Like, I appreciate the apology, but yeah, there's no need to apologize. I think we were all in
Yeah.
a weird phase in our life and trying to figure out who we were and who we are.
Yeah. That's what's weird about being fucked up as kids. It's like we find each other, but we don't know that that's why, and we don't talk about that that's why. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Some of my best friends, I still have just like held on tightly because it's, trauma bonding is a real.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we still talk about it, and she'll send me. Yeah, we went to school with her, Felicia. Yeah, she'll send
Yeah.
me, screenshots of stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I just dealt with that last Tuesday. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy, and I can't imagine like life without them too, because I think we all need that. We need each other, and
Yeah.
if more people did that, it cost a lot less than therapy. And
Right.
yeah, yeah, I did therapy for the first time ever this year, and it
That's
was, I found,
good.
like the kindest therapist. Like, Martin, what do you need? I'm here for you. Just like the
Yeah.
calmest guy in the world, like just super, super kind guy. So that was great.
Good.
I got a lot of stuff off my chest, and learned some things, and
Yeah.
big deal.
That's awesome. I'm
I'm
proud
just
of you.
imagine I didn't know this story.
You don't?
No. And probably I was there.
You were there.
I'm certainly there. But like
Yeah.
I feel we didn't speak about it, or I was just like wrapped up in whatever was going on, or with mom, or whatever, or just like we keep the wheels moving.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, this is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
We're like in the dark of the night moving on
Yeah.
to Montana,
Right. Yeah.
but I'm just imagining it like a scene from a CW show in the early 2000s, and like, oi,
My letter's just like,
gut wrenching.
I know. I know.
Martin's the protagonist.
He is. I'm the villain.
Yeah. Horrible.
I know. I know. I know. And
But well done amending or whatever.
I'm glad we got that out of the way. Now we can get down to some,
I wrote in my notes for today, and I think I talked to you. Was I funny? Because I know I'm funny now. I don't recall being funny then. I remember just
imagine we
Jesus.
were.
I know. I remember just the Lord.
There was a friend group, which I still love every single one of them, like just super sweet little boys, boys and girls. And you always sat, and there was that little table that was closest, the table that was closest to like the little the student store.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In that big round table. And I became part of that group when we started dating, and through band too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, the whole table would just be everyone would be laughing and just like echoing through, and everyone would be staring at us like, what are they doing over there? And
Yeah.
yeah. And then of course like band was a blast too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were funny.
Good.
I think we were both funny. I think that was just like, yeah, part of our personalities that kind of worked well together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. It's fun. Do you remember the Tolo dance?
No.
Yeah. I had a t-shirt. I can't remember that. I'm sure there might be photos out there somewhere. I don't have any, but yeah, we wore matching. We both wore jeans, and we both wore like, because it was a twin. That was the theme of the Tolo. It was twins. And so we had to wear the same outfit. And so this like giant like 2XL t-shirt that I had. So I had two of them. And you had it like tied behind you and like on your side and everything for it to even fit. Yeah.
That's so cute.
I thought our first and only dance was the homecoming.
No, Tolo.
Did a
Tolo was the first
Tolo.
one. That was,
Aw.
well, yes. And if people don't understand Tolo, that's Sadie Hawkins, which I kind of
Yeah.
wish that they would have called it that. 'Cause
Why did we not call it that?
wasn't it something to do with the high school? Like it was a, I have no idea where Tolo came from.
Yeah.
If you know, comment below.
Yeah.
The history of Tolo is, yeah. 'Cause I didn't know that that was Sadie Hawkins. I was just like, because it was obviously the girls asked the boys. So you did ask me to the dance, so
Yeah.
I said yes. Yeah,
Cute.
That I
I'm
ever
not-
attended a Tolo.
yeah.
I was
attended-
not great at a dance because I'm so shy. Like I'll laugh, I'll make out. I can't dance in public. I'm like,
Not much of a
I still
twerking
can't.
gal. Yeah.
No.
I got a lot of slow moves. I just move kind of slow. I don't. I
Yeah.
used to get down like in the corner at the captain's corner. I used to get down with a couple of drinks in me. Give me a rum and coke, and I'll jiggy with it. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't stop me from twerking now.
Real.
In the grocery, wherever.
Not in the grocery.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
My kids don't love
I
it.
saw you in time when I was working. I was stocking the shelves. I used to work for Pepsi.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You came in like early.
And I was twerking.
No,
Okay, good.
shock.
That's good.
Whoa.
What a relief.
It's always weird too. It's like I never know what to say to people that I went to high school with.
Me
Like
neither.
I'll run into friends and acquaintances and stuff. Not so much anymore because I don't really live anywhere where anybody knows me. But there's a couple of high school guys that live nearby. So yeah, I used to. Some of them I used to just like see them and just like turn around and walk the other way because I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know how
My
to.
problem is I assume that no one recognizes me. So I'm like, I just won't
Yeah.
bother anyone because then it's like I have to explain who I am and it's a whole thing.
My problem is they can see me over all the other aisles and
For
they see
miles.
they
Yeah.
see- I used to get people from elementary school and they're like, "Hey, what's up? Like, haven't seen you since like sixth grade." And I was like, I have no idea who you are. I have a terrible like memory for like names and faces. Yeah, unless I know you, I have no idea who you are. But I can remember, yeah, I can remember weird details like the Ray Romano movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The important
I
stuff.
can't remember what DVDs you borrowed. I wish I would have.
No.
I should have read. Yeah, I remember. Do you remember that we got, or I guess I got in trouble at the dance, the homecoming dance? The
For
gym
making
teacher
out.
For
said
what?
we were making out too much.
For making out too much
That
on
checks
brand.
out.
He's like, hey, knock it off. And I was like,
Real.
yes, sir. The
Listen.
big football coach.
Oh. Yeah.
Larry,
I got talked to. Yeah.
y'all did make out a lot.
We were great at it,
Yeah.
despite the height difference. Sitting down
Yeah.
all day. Standing
Yeah.
up, tough.
Yeah.
Tough after 20 minutes.
I hurt my back. Yeah. Yeah.
That is nice about high school is you never get tired of making out,
Yeah, that's true.
always nice.
Yeah.
Even, in my case, like not always the best guys,
Yeah.
but making out was always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty public there, so that was a little public. And then I got you. That was the night that your mom was like, "You better have her home by 11, or I'm calling the cops." And so I was like, "Yes,
You
ma'am,
would.
absolutely. She will be home at 10:55." Like, and then I sent you home with my friend in his car. I was like, "Make sure she gets home." Yeah, 'cause
Aw, which friend? We won't put it in. but-
yeah, he sadly passed away. Sean.
Oh shit, that's right. I'm sorry.
We were best friends.
Yeah.
And then he was in my first wedding. And then after that, we were Facebook friends, but you know how life gets and different states. And, he got married and he had a son and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, he was my ride or die friend for
Yeah.
all of high school. So, which was funny because, he was like 5'5" something, like
Yeah.
5'5" or 5'6", and I'm 6'6". So yeah, he was a great guy. I loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he was around when we were making out once.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There
I'm
had
sure
to be someone at all times.
he was probably a third party. I'm pretty sure he was driving the car that took us to the dance, and I'm sure it
Yeah.
was all the way there. And then I was just like, all right, make sure she gets home. I don't even know how I got home. I can't. Probably had to wait for my mom to come and pick me up or something.
Such a weird little school.
You
I
know.
know. I had a class of, I think my class was like 42 people.
That's
Yeah.
big for, I think mine
Yeah.
was 30.
Yeah. I
And
think
so,
I had 30 something.
was there like senior trips for either of you, like through the school?
We went to the EMP in
Oh,
Seattle and I spooned with Felicia.
Love.
That's the only remarkable parts.
the EMP before it was it's the science fiction museum now. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, that's
It's
cute.
not music. It's
No, it's completely science fiction, like Marvel, Star Wars.
Oh,
get out of here.
Yeah, there's no,
that's not even, we're not even famous for Marvel.
no, it's the science fiction museum now.
Oh my God. I'm calling the police.
When it was the EMP, when it first came out, because I think we all went on a band trip to
Yeah.
the EMP when it
Yeah.
was open, because obviously it was music,
Yeah.
and yeah, there was like a Kurt Cobain exhibit there, and
Yep.
Didn't we
collect
play a
copies.
show in the downtown Seattle too?
Yeah.
Quite
So,
often.
yeah, it was at the Seattle Center.
Yeah.
Yep, because I remember the bus ride back, and
We're gonna love
having
an excuse to go to an event or
everywhere. Yeah, the Puyallup Fair every year was like the
Yeah.
highlight of my year. Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild, like knowing everybody that I graduated with and their first and last name. I know where they are. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we hold on to each other, mostly.
yeah. Yeah. I just gotta say, I'm a big fan of the show. I finally subscribed. Yeah, I've just been
Well,
freaking-
good.
Thank you.
We need it.
Thank you for the click.
We're not quite famous, so could use it.
It's a slow build.
I think it's good though. I mean, I just talked to my brother today, so it's just, well, it's therapeutic too. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you two talk more than just on the podcast, unless you save it all up for the podcast.
Sometimes.
We get busy and we save it for
Yeah.
the raw uncut's like 5 hours.
Yeah. That's true.
We'll go like a month without talking to him. I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably call my brother.
Yeah.
Even though we live.
Both of y'all come on here and then we'll just be quiet and you guys can talk. That'll be an episode.
We'll just recount his experiences in the police academy. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah.
Well, tell us about your wife if you can. Tell us about your son.
Yeah.
Tell us
Yeah.
the good story because
Well,
you made it out and you're doing good and we're proud of you and
we
et
made
cetera.
it out. We all made it out.
We all made
Yeah.
it.
Congrats to Peach on her new location.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's on my bucket list. My wife has family in Utah.
Oh, come on over.
Yeah, I want to go there. She's been, and I'm really jealous because I love like Red Rock and
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's hot as balls. Spoiler alert. Sweating my ass off. So
I know. I'm excited for that. And then yeah, so I met my wife. I met her on Match.com.
love. That's nice.
Yeah, modern day love story. Yeah, I met on Match.com. She was living like kind of central Oregon, so like south of Portland at the time, and then I was still living in South Aberdeen I was there for like 10 years, not by choice, just like it was good for a while, but then after a while, I was just like, I need to like
Yeah.
get out of here. And so the job I was working at the time, I would have 4 days on and 4 days off. And so I would just stay down there, stay down in Oregon for like 4 days straight. And then I lost that job. So I was like living part-time with her. And then I was living at the house that I was in. And then, yeah, her name is Allie. And we've been married now I'm going to say 5 years now. Yeah. But yeah, we met online and started talking over the phone. And then, I think it was like Facebook Messenger. And then I would like message her because I was working nights, and so we'd be talking until like 12 or 1 in the morning, and then finally got comfortable enough with each other that we set up a first date in Hood River at a brewery.
Oh,
And I had never been down there, and so I was like an hour and a half early, and like
Yeah.
super
that's
nervous
good.
because this was like fresh off of a really long-term relationship, so I was really nervous about all that, and you never know how it goes. And so we, yeah, just kicked it off and shared pizza together. And
Aw.
her friends told her like you have a tendency to stare, or like your eyes get really big, so don't make a lot of eye contact. So
Oh no.
during the entire date, she kept like looking over, looking
Oh
behind me,
no.
and I'm just like is there something back there? Am I missing something? And, yeah, I gave her a hug and a kiss at the end of the date, and yeah, the rest is history. And then she got a job in Washington, and we moved in together, and yeah, bought our first house 3 years ago during COVID. Yeah, and I just had a baby almost a year ago, which is that's crazy. Yeah, she's great. And then we got a puppy together. My first dog that I got as an adult.
What kind of dog?
He's a golden doodle.
Oh my God, you're one of these
Listen,
golden doodle folk.
everybody we like has a golden doodle.
She's half retriever, so she likes to steal socks and then pretend that she doesn't want them, and then you go to grab them, and yeah, she's a brat, but I love her.
Yeah.
So where did Allie grow up? Did she have like a small town experience like us, or?
Yeah, she grew up in Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Single, just one sibling, mom and dad.
Okay.
They broke up kind of early on. Like, there's a lot of similarities, like in my life. Like, my mom and dad split when I was young, and she kind of had a stepdad, kind of long-term boyfriend for her mom, but he's a cowboy, so he's awesome. Like, he's back in the picture, so
oh,
we love him. Yeah, and then she has one sister, she has a nephew, and yeah, no, she's good. Yeah, it was a similar childhood, but very different. Like, she grew up, her parents like own businesses and stuff, and
yeah.
my
Yeah.
parents like struggled to keep a job from day to day. And yeah, she lived in the same house like pretty much her whole life, like growing up.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, that's like telling her about staying in like women's shelters, and
Yeah.
almost being homeless, who knows how many times that was kind of hard for her to
Yeah.
it's same things too, like growing up with parents that she wish would like pay more attention and be around and stuff. So
Yeah.
but yeah, she had a good childhood. Still really really close with her parents, so yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I have some of that, like marrying like a normal person, It's like some of the translating of like, what do you mean this didn't happen? Or, like, what do you mean this? That's weird.
It is weird, and then it's probably why, yeah, we all just latched onto each other too, because it's we all knew what was
Yeah.
on. It is weird. It's weird trying to talk to people about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that happened to you too. Like, you grew up on like fried bologna and like top
Right.
ramen from the food bank, and
Right.
all this struggle, and you're just like, oh, oh, we're gonna be friends because
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna bond over all the things that shouldn't have happened.
Right. Yeah.
it is wild to think about that. Like, I think it just makes me a better father. It just makes me want to
For
work.
sure.
Yep.
It does make me want to not. I have a problem with moving. Like once I
Yeah.
get, it's really hard to move. Like even moving out of but South Aberdeen was really hard because I'd been there for 10 years, and then the big push for us was just trying to find a place to buy, and then the stars aligned and somehow we were able to find this house. So live in a cute little neighborhood, from the
Wow.
sidewalks and trees and babies and people
Oh,
walking their dogs every day. Like, yeah, we
It's
try
a
to go on.
great town.
Oh yeah, we try to go on walks, multiple times a week. So I take the dog out, and yeah, it's
cute.
nice. Tree lined streets, and we can't be there.
Awesome. Oh my God. I feel that. I think we're the most conscientious parents. Like we don't take that shit for granted, like I think 100% we know it matters so much, so we try so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I think like I've seen like a big trend now, like online, about like showing up and just like being there, like
Mhm.
having your kid looking for you in a crowd, and then just seeing them light up when they see you. Like,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't watch those because I'm just like,
Yeah.
I think about it and I choke up, like seeing him in his little concerts and his
Ugh,
little events. And yeah, that was huge too, because that I'd sing in front of the whole school, and then nobody's,
Yeah.
parents aren't out there, so
yeah.
it's huge. So like that's what I just want to do, that show up and be there for them, anytime I can.
Yeah. I think also I have to constantly check myself about like not chasing like the wealth too much, or like, I don't know. It's like such scary times right now. And like we joked last time about like being afraid of poverty or whatever.
Yeah.
But like truly, that's a fear. But
Yeah.
because we know like what that can feel like,
Yeah,
but also it's like not that serious, and I have to continue to remind myself, like just today, I was like sitting at work and I was like, okay, but I'm here, I have a job, like it's not that serious. I can leave at the appropriate time and I can go home and I can spend
Right.
time with my kids and like it I don't have to like hustling is embarrassing, like that TikTok,
Yeah. Yeah.
like it's fine. We don't have to go above
Yeah.
and beyond for no like for a couple more dollars an hour. It's so stupid. And so
And
like
I
that's
think
where
like,
I struggle.
but like your kids, even if you're not making money, like you're meeting your kids' needs emotionally.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't even notice it the way that all of us felt that shit, because we don't have, you know, the emotional is more important than the
Right.
financial, you know what I mean?
yeah, oh,
So,
yeah.
We had poverty and absence.
yeah, if
Okay.
we just had poverty, it'd be
It'd be
fine.
fine. Yeah. Copy.
If
You know?
I was hungry, I wouldn't have cared that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
I got free meals at school, so that.
Yeah.
Right. Good
That's
enough.
true. That's a good perspective.
Well, and that's like the argument that sometimes she'll be like, well, at least you didn't go hungry, and I'm just like, I don't think you can use that as an argument. Like, I'm pretty sure you were required by law to like make sure you weren't going hungry. Like that
Yeah.
was a minimum. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
yeah. The argument, but you lose. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
no, that I totally agree with that. Like it's so easy to keeping up with the Joneses, and comparing. I mean, it's like I've almost like deactivated social media so many times. It's like, well, I wish I was on this vacation. I wish I could travel. I would,
Right.
Yeah.
it's hard to, it's easy to lose sight of what's in front of you and like how grateful you can be for what you have. So
Yeah.
no, I definitely I have to learn that too, just to like kind of humble yourself sometimes and just, be grateful you have a house and a job and a nice car and a golden doodle. And yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
We're all doing amazing.
It's
You
fun.
know, I feel like I'm so proud of us.
And so you're married, you're in the South, right?
Hell yeah.
Have you have you been to a Bucky's yet?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course. Of
okay.
course, they might be building one in my town.
Yeah.
And it's been a whole thing. It's been like a 4-year fight with the city council and the powers that be because they don't want it, you know.
What's a
That's
Bucky's?
the
Bucky's,
truck
it's an
stop.
enormous gas station. It's the poshest gas station in the world. You can get
Okay.
nice beef jerkies, you can get a sandwich, you can get a brisket, you can get a stuffed animal, you can get a table, you can get saltwater taffy, you can get pecan pie, you can get a t-shirt.
Would we say it's like the Costco of truck stop or gas stations? Like
Yeah.
it's huge down south, yeah. Because that's me and my wife have said. She has a friend that lives in she lives south in Texas, and so we've said when we go down there, that's on our list. Like
Yeah.
we don't want Magnolia, we don't want to go
No,
skiing.
fuck Magnolia. Go to Bucky's.
We don't want any of the touristies. We want to go to a damn Bucky's, and we
Hell
want to
yeah.
get a lot of beef jerky.
Yeah. Hopefully they build mine and you can come to mine.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Well, I've never. Well, I was born in Georgia, but I've never been back. So
Yeah.
never been to the South. So that's on my. We got a lot of. We have a travel list already set up. So when the kid gets bigger, we'll make
Yeah.
we'll do the big road trip. Yeah. Or no, we'll probably fly because we
Yeah.
discovered after an 8 hour drive that we're not road trip people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't recommend a road trip.
Yeah, that was a trek for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just keep getting sick every time we take a road trip. We did one in California, I got COVID. We did
Oh,
one
yeah.
here, got some kind of sick. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, my wife and son both got COVID uh, on our way back from Idaho, so we had to drive
Yeah,
8 hours home
Oh,
just so they could
telling
come
you,
home with enough time to like recover.
that's horrible.
that is the worst to
Poor
be
guy.
in a car with COVID.
Yeah, it's still out there. I mean, I've gotten it I've gotten it twice.
Yeah.
Don't recommend.
It's not good.
Do we have any closing thoughts slash do I owe you any other apologies slash is there anything else? I'm losing light.
Um, no, I feel like I probably could have been. Maybe I don't know. I feel like we kind of had some influences beyond our you know out of our hands that
Yeah.
kind of influenced everything around us. I think it was challenging. So
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't change it. I mean, you're my first high school. No, you were my only high school girlfriend.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, because senior year.
you're my second girlfriend ever because my first girlfriend was long distance. She lived in Port Angeles of all places. So like
Yeah.
With the vampires.
we met on MSN Messenger. And so yeah, you were my first ever high school girlfriend. So yeah,
Aw.
first and only.
Yeah. That's cute. We're each other's first. 10 out of 10. Good starter.
Yeah.
It was good times from what I can remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can remember a lot.
Yeah. We're not too scarred for life, at least not from that.
No, you
Fine.
write your own story. I mean, that's it. Can't can't let what happened in the past steer your future.
Yeah.
And we'll be selling the rights to the story to the CW.
Yeah.
Probably could do it too. They could probably do like a moody like Northwest theme on it too.
Yes.
On
That's a
Twilight
great
2.0.
Yeah. Kind of like the aesthetic of Forks and yeah.
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 And we don't have to have my weird brother.
No, we need to on the show though. That's
Is he still in contact?
He's hard to track down, isn't he?
Philly is experiencing homelessness in Tacoma or Lacey or something. He
Really?
likes it out there though. I mean, it's, a manageable lifestyle,
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
potentially
You don't feel
would.
judged out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
there's
yeah, and he works and
yeah.
yeah.
He might come on. We asked him, but
If we put a carrier pigeon, we'll find him.
Yeah. I'm excited to see if you guys can get more guests. That'd be good.
I
Yeah.
know.
I'm honored to be on this. This was a good time. I was looking forward to it.
let's
Yeah.
put out feelers for my tall boyfriend.
Yeah, let's find him. Yeah.
Any other boyfriends want to come on, you
Yeah.
might be approved. Depends
Yeah.
on your behavior.
Yeah.
Was there a lot between me and hubby?
No.
I mean, not boyfriends.
Boyfriends? Yeah.
No, I mean it took him a while to warm up to me, obviously.
Really? I swore there was, because he was always around.
Yeah. Well, I had my sights, didn't I? But
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing after we broke up that the two of you got to go to Denny's till like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I got jealous that
that you had to have me back on the dot. That's
that I was threatened with law enforcement if I didn't have it.
right.
Yeah.
Double
I
standard.
remember hearing a story like, oh yeah, they were out at Denny's till, because obviously small town, everybody.
Yeah.
My God, the
And I was like, what the hell is that about? Like, I guess he probably is probably, I guess, seemed more trustworthy from, yeah.
Well, I think it
listen.
was after a homecoming, and
Yeah.
I think pastor's son did a lot of the work for him, but
Yeah.
Misplaced trust.
truly.
the older man in your life, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate
Absolutely.
your time. We'll give you back your kid.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
inviting me on. It was good talking, yeah. And yeah, if I can remember any other
Yeah.
details, I'll send them your way. I do have, I don't know if this is kind of embarrassing, but in my yearbook, I have a handwritten note from you that I erased it
Yeah.
in pencil, and of course I was probably feeling a certain way at the time, but you
Deservedly so.
can still kind of make it out what it. I'll see if I can
And a picture of that.
Well, yeah, I do have something from my yearbook, and then they put in the yearbook that you they said that you played a different kind of saxophone because you played alto saxophone,
Yeah.
and they put the wrong saxophone, and so you
They
scratched it
called
up
you a tenor.
in my yearbook, and you put alto frickin' saxophone in my yearbook.
That's funny.
I do have that, so I'll send you a picture.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, I kept a lot. I have notes and pictures and yearbooks and
Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah.
We'll take it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The archival.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta go.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello. What you need, Bestie? Just start doing them. Yes, hello. Come on in. We're podcasting for a second.
Hello.
Be I guess.
Oh my God.
A wild Reagan. Yeah, Tina is very fluffy.
Hi, teens.
She being high maintenance.
Hey, Bobines.
No, she's okay. Just leave the door open. The boys are in the pool, so
Cat.
Henry won't be shouting. But we have gathered here.
Yes. An emergency debriefing.
Yeah.
Not really, but
We do feel could use the debrief after a guest.
yeah.
Because we do just kind of like let it fall off a cliff.
I mean, like in a good way.
Yeah. We're just like, y'all sit with it and decide how you feel. Oh, we could probably talk about how we feel.
Yeah. Um, how did you think as an observer?
Yeah.
Because I think, I mean, I know it's good and I strive for honesty and that's what happened. But I was like, yikes. I was not very good.
I don't think yikes. I was so okay. First, Clay.
You're like gasping when I got to my bad parts.
Well,
You're
because
like,
I didn't remember any of that. I didn't remember like the bulk of your relationship. So
yeah,
I didn't know what to expect going in. I
yeah,
remembered you guys just making out a lot, to be
me too.
honest. So I didn't even remember. I thought it just ended very nicely. I thought you were like, sorry, I love Jamie, you know.
Never.
So I didn't know that. And I didn't know that it was like the wedding. I didn't remember any of that stuff.
Yeah,
So it was just like very shocking to me, just like hearing what he remembered, hearing where we were in the timeline, hearing
yeah.
what had happened, and like what a prince he was,
I
you know.
know. I
And
know.
so I was just taking it all in, you know.
Yeah.
It was a lot,
Yeah. It were a
but
lot.
I enjoyed it. I don't
Good.
think it was like in a bad way, you know.
Okay.
I
That's
thought it
good.
was very nice to hear like that, like, yeah, it maybe didn't go down the best, you know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like also he gets it.
Yes.
He understands.
Yeah. I know. I like so emotional about it because like if he were so very gracious, and we're like, I didn't know that I needed to talk about this, and he didn't know he needed to talk about this, but it does feel much better,
Yeah.
and like it's just shitty because like this is a thing that I used to be very good at is like being very like, I mean, burn the bridge, cut the cord, etc., keep it moving because isolation keep me safe in my mind.
Yeah.
My mind's not safe, but whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like nobody allowed. And so I feel like I have this like pattern of olden times of like treating people like they're disposable and like I don't need anybody. And now I'm a little bit grown up and I'm like, that's a shitty thing to make someone feel, especially someone who we care about and cares about us, for whatever that is when you're 15 and 18. Like it's not, we weren't supposed to get married or anything, but I mean, yeah,
But
he was
also,
he was so great.
yeah. And I think that's also part of like why it was so shocking to me is like I we experienced everything together throughout
Hmm.
our history.
Yeah.
Weird for me to not remember that, but then also like in real time, this is what I was thinking when I was hearing it is like, well, yeah, it checks out that like we'd be on our way to fucking band camp and I'd be like, well, fuck it, we're going to Montana, like screw this guy, we'll never talk about this again, you know,
Yeah.
like
Right.
we're moving on, all of us,
Yeah.
you
Close the
know.
ranks. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that, and then like truly like, and we talk about this a lot where it's like you think we have beef with someone for my sake when we
Yeah.
don't, like we do this all the time together. And like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's interesting. And I think it's important for people to see that you can have hurt someone's feelings a long time ago
Yeah.
and you can like apologize, you can make it right or like do your best to make it right, and maybe they will probably not be as gracious as Martin, you know.
Yeah. Beware. This is like the best.
The best case
This
scenario,
is best case. It's not going to be like that.
but it's like I think also important for people who have hurt feelings, you know, to
Yeah.
also see that there's a lot going on when you're a teen or a baby or a child, you know,
Yeah.
and you've got fucked up situations at home, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
more to the story than just someone left you standing there, usually.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're holding on to it and you're feeling like, if that's like impacted your story, you know, because maybe would have for me, if it were me,
Yeah.
maybe would have made me feel something about myself
Yeah.
if I were the 18-year-old standing there waiting.
Yeah.
But like, even if you haven't gotten your amends that you deserve, like, just maybe like listen to the pod and like pretend it's you in that, in
Yeah.
Martin's shoes. Because
Yeah.
you do deserve it, you know?
Yeah. And that's what I mean, this is like a hurt or a whatever, a situation from so long ago. So it's like I think part of the justification for me is like, this is so old, he's all fine and I'm all fine. So, leave it alone. And to some degree, in some situations, that's probably true. But like, even if that person's fine, I mean,
Yeah.
I still gotta clean my side, and it does feel better, you know, take one name off the list of people I've, just
Yeah.
left.
And it's not silly. Like, it sounds silly, maybe, to people who are on the outside of it or who have
Yeah.
not, you know, like I've got some much deeper wrongs
Yeah.
on my side, you know,
Yeah.
like we got to get some of my boyfriends on here. But like, so like maybe if I didn't know the depth of love that you guys had, like first relationship and all that, it would
Yeah.
maybe sound like not that big a deal, but it is a big
Right.
deal because it's
Yeah.
feelings and it's,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
people's feelings are important, even if it's long ago and even if you were little,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's important.
Yeah. We talk about it in the program that, like, even if you've done 2% wrong and the other person's been 98% wrong, you still amend for your 2%. And in this case, I was probably the 98 and he's probably the 2. And that's tough.
Yeah,
That's tough to do. Also,
surely.
but I mean, like, not publicly, but kind of publicly, like,
Yeah.
tough to just stand in that and be like, absolutely, it's as bad as it sounds. Like, I did that 100%. There's nothing. Yes, I'm young. Yes, we have, amongst all of us, him and I, no great examples, no idea what we're doing, way above our pay grade. We're both emotionally immature people because of all this.
Yeah.
But it's still, fucked up is fucked up.
Hmm.
Selfish is selfish. There's no reason.
Yeah.
So. But then it's also like, it felt very like comfy cozy too. Like there was not any type of like tension. Like that
I
was
know.
very sweet and light for what we're dealing with, like what a
So
prince.
gentle. My
Yeah,
God. Oh
I
my
know.
God.
Oh my God.
Like, good thing he's married because I have a list of gals that I'd
No,
be calling immediately.
no.
He got a gal,
Yeah, yeah. And that's good. And
got
it's
a lady.
I'm not lying. Like I am weirdly proud of all of us, like we did do it, we're all good, happy, healthy-ish people.
Yes.
Way to go.
Wow.
We did it. I don't know. Do you have any of these? I mean, have you fucked anyone over or have you been fucked over?
I definitely,
Do we have some on yours?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and listen, like I have apologized
Yeah.
to my
we
big
don't have to go on a bender about it.
yeah, I have apologized to my big one, but he never responded. I don't know if he was ready to receive it.
Yeah.
Or will he ever be, maybe?
Yeah, God bless.
And that's fine.
It's not for them, it's for you.
Yeah. But like would love to have him on so that I could like do it publicly and maybe put some extra pressure on him. Just kidding.
Man. Man, you have to accept you're on my podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if you understand the dynamic, but
oh my God.
people are watching and they like me. No, yeah, I mean, I'd love to understand, like, if I'm, you know, if there's more than just the one big one,
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah.
You know who you are, but
Yeah.
if there's anyone else.
I know. Like, I may not know, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And then
that
there's
it-
another one. I'd love to apologize for not reciprocating the blowjobs.
Ma'am. God damn it. Are you sure that's amend worthy?
I do think so in this case.
I don't think so.
Very
Here's what.
persistent, rock steady.
No,
You know, at a certain point,
no.
I did hand jobs.
Gross.
Certainly not with my mouth because of the Lord. You know,
During the Lord times?
yeah,
What?
yeah,
You did handies whilst in love with the Lord?
yeah.
I'm telling. But I don't think you amend for not giving blowjobs. I don't think so. Because why are you keeping score like that? Like, I owe you this because
That's
this?
true.
No, that's ugly.
I won't take that on.
No, he didn't inspire the work. I'm sorry. The burden of inspiration's on him.
Yeah, I
You know?
suppose.
And sometimes, by the way, for amends, it's not always a conversation. Sometimes it's called living amends, where you do better with the next people in your life.
That's true.
So,
I gave a lot of blowjobs
okay,
after him, so
Jesus Christ.
paying it forward. Okay.
Not this. I didn't realize I was his first / only girlfriend as well in high school. And
That
I
was
did
a
not know
revelation.
the timeline as well, like quite condensed.
Yeah.
If he's saying like school year started, wait 6 months just palling about.
Why didn't
And
I
then,
know that he was so much older than you?
don't know.
Wow, wow, wow. So then were you together when he graduated?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
did you sit in his row?
No, because I was at band playing the
Oh, of course.
and the
Pomp and
circumstance.
circumstance.
And I was like, woo.
I
But yeah,
wondered.
but then, like Jamie and I started the fall of my junior year. So that was pretty quick transitional
Mood
phase.
one.
I mean, sorry. Not sorry.
Also interesting for me that he worked for our mom.
I didn't know that. Well,
These
probably
guys
worked
really
for,
attached to our mom.
worked for someone else, but probably had to substitute for our
Right,
mom.
right.
But who hasn't worked for our mom by now?
Truly, everyone
know.
in the county.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think that's nice. I'm sure mom is good to so many.
Yeah,
But also, like, if we hate someone,
it's
be
tough.
a bitch. Yeah.
It's tough. Like, I do remember one of my ex-boyfriends, like, I feel that we probably dated longer than we should have because, like, he just wanted to be in my family,
Yes.
you know?
I believe I know of whom you speak.
Yeah,
That's cute.
no. I didn't like that. I remember that hurt my feelings.
It did.
Yeah,
Aw.
like after we broke up and he was like lingering, that
Yeah.
hurt my feelings. I was like,
Yeah.
you can't have the cow and not the milk or whatever, you know?
Yeah. This is all milk, no cow, or
Yeah.
something.
Something. Or like,
This is farm
yeah,
milk.
no cows here. Right.
Yikes. I'm relieved that um I was funny and charming, etc., because I think our perception is skewed a bit, that I just think, oh shit, I was just
Boring.
Jesus Barbie, you know.
Yeah. Well,
But
sure,
I was still me to a certain degree.
I think so.
That's good.
Yeah. And I do think even of the Jesus folks, like we were a bit rock and roll, don't you
Were
think?
we
I think we had
Miss
enough trauma
Sully?
to never really fully fit in until the Reeds came around. And then it was like our trauma made us more holy, you know?
Yeah, of course.
But like in the beginning, we didn't quite fit in with the church folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we were like charity case. Don't you
Yeah.
think? Sleeping on people's floors and stuff.
Yikes. That's right. I always
Okay.
block that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always felt a little,
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're here for the bennies, not really the, you know,
Yeah.
until we were. And then he sent me some pictures. I loved all those pictures.
Oh my
Put a picture. Yeah. Yeah.
God. Okay. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like high bar for future ex-boyfriends.
Yeah. They won't want to come now.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
Yeah. Fucking weird that he remembered the dinner.
this poor man.
Yeah.
I have nothing in the bank about that.
I
I've
don't
never heard of this.
know.
Why was my brother there? One of our aunties was there, and I assumed it was
Oh.
our favorite auntie.
Oh.
Arr.
Hmm.
You know,
This is before our little brother,
yes.
and our nephew was born right before our little brother.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, but that's wild. I don't even think Jamie's met our brother, TBH.
I know.
And we've been married
and
15 years.
and he was at the wedding, you know, like
Yeah, our
like,
brother was at the wedding.
everybody was at the wedding.
Well,
All the
not all who were invited.
not everyone who was invited, but you know what I was thinking about too is like pretty sure I wore a top hat.
I'm sure you wore a top hat.
That's unfortunate. Like
I don't think it is.
listen, when you're being a quirky girl,
We were quirky gals. It's not our fault. I had pinstripe pants.
I did come across like a few pictures from around this time.
Put a picture up.
Okay. We did dress like elderly women, like not elderly,
Of
but like
course.
middle-aged business women.
Of course. We were ready to work.
Like our
We
mother
were
taught
born
us.
and bred to work.
So I
We're
don't know
young
what we were.
professionals.
We could go to Ross and straight to the ladies' blouses.
Give me a blazer all day. Give me a pinstripe.
Give me still a
top.
blazer. That's still my vibe.
I know. Well, I'm too sweaty, but thank you for having me for this emergency breakdown session.
Yes. Our first guest
Our special report.
special report.